What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Asia session stream. I hope you guys are doing great. I'm doing amazing. So, remember yesterday I told you guys I was only one trade away from requesting a payout, and yeah, yet again, uh, you know, it's always hard the day before requesting the payout. It's always hard. So I found out that since I went past the consistency, okay, I went past the consistency like I think $50 or like $53 or no $63, something like this. I think 63. I needed to make an extra 300 bucks. Okay, so that um, I needed to make basically 300 more than I thought. So instead of needing 600, I needed almost 1,000. So I saw a good setup in the morning, a good short at around like 10:13, 10:14, stabbed it, and the freaking accounts didn't copy trade. I won the trade, so I am eligible for a 2.5k payout on one account, one 100k lightning funded account, and unfortunately, I took two back-to-back losses on the other ones. So yeah, it is what it is. Respected my plan. Took two very valid trades, uh, beautiful trades in my opinion. I would take them 10 out of 10 times, but unfortunately, those two after the trade that I did not copy were losses. Okay, pretty big gap down currently. 20, 20 handles, pretty big gap down. Let's see what the open has for us. So today, wow, I would say I'm surprised that we did not take out this previous daily high, but we actually did take it on ES, which is mainly something that you would want to watch, of course, in order to know like the immediate reaction from that sweep. So you can see here, I knew that basically NQ had no chance of hitting that high after that 1 p.m. 1 hour candle. Okay, when I saw this, I was like, okay, there is no chance of us actually ripping to the upside for the rest of the session. The SMT between ES and NQ was too strong. So basically, it confirmed that this high was being protected because ES swept that structure. With how this daily candle closed, what do you guys think my bias is on the daily? Let me know. Do you guys think it's bullish, bearish, or yeah? Let me know. Let me know what you guys think. I'm glitching. Am I? I was stuck for like 3 seconds. I was like, yo, don't tell me I'm lagging again. Should be all right. Bullish, bullish. Why would I be bullish? As soon as I touch this mic, it goes away. That's weird. Yeah, my fault. Um, yeah. So why would you guys think I'm bullish? I just want to know. because candle closed above previous day's mid. I don't really look at this, but I would say currently I can't really frame where the next daily candle will go because it's mostly an inside bar. Of course, those inside bars will potentially happen when ES will sweep the high and not NQ, and then it would lead us to basically predict a down move from that. So I would say I am leaning more bearish than bullish because of how that last daily candle closed. Um, so we closed bearish. Plus, we do have an SMT at those highs. So also, especially seeing how we opened here, if we start seeing some aggression from the sellers here below the opening price, we could definitely go down towards that daily low and sweep it aggressively. So I would say on the daily chart, I'm more bearish than bullish, but I wouldn't really look at the daily until um, until we sweep or close above either the high or the low of that previous daily candle. So this is a moment where when I see those inside bar candles, I am pretty much in a situation where I will rely on the 4 hour and the hourly way more for even getting my daily bias. I would uh, I would not really look at the daily chart like that because it's pretty indecisive. So looking at those two highs and lows and seeing them as a range basically and looking for those reactions from those extremes will be extremely important. Also looking at the candle closures on the hourly and the 4 hour in order to tell us the story. So with the action that we had this morning, I really thought this was going to be the low of day, which ended up being the low of day, of course, but didn't end up distributing back towards 63. So this was indeed something that surprised me. But with the SMT, you could give a small explanation behind why you did not go for that daily high. But that's pretty much it. Hi, Moss. I'm trading 150K Lightning funded account. I was like 2K away from hitting the profit target, but then I overtraded yesterday and I hit the DLL to build back the drawdown buffer. How much should I risk? Why are so many people asking me questions about risk management? I don't know your strategy. So like your risk management should be totally based on how many consecutive losses does your strategy usually gives, or like the maximum amounts of losses that you could take before blowing the account. So, and that has also a big part with win rate, frequency, and risk reward. So, I don't know if you have a if you have a pretty decent risk reward, then I can't really tell you that you should up your risk. For me, I have a very low risk reward, so it makes sense for me to risk a lot. But I would say you will be very happy if you don't blow that account. No matter if you hit daily loss limit or not, if you're able to get 2 winning days under your belt after the daily loss limit, you will be all right. You will feel some sort of way if you blow that account and start back from zero. So you got this. Gold. Wow. What the helly? Wow, the open low on gold is crazy. Wow. How old are you? I'm 23 years old. You think the H1 bullish rally gap doesn't hold? Are you gonna go lower and hit previous daily low? I would say it's really depending on the open of the new bar. Let's say the 6 p.m. candle ends up closing very strong and bearish. Like, I would be tempted to short, absolutely. But, it's not because it closes in that way that we're gonna head back all the way to 55. You can't bring price from, let's say, the closure here all the way there for a 100-point move without seeing a pretty deep retracement potentially within the previous candle. So you can't turn that into a scalp. If you want to have that idea of like going for the daily low, then looking at the structure, if you enter off of this inverse, then your stop loss should be here, which will cover most of that range from the hourly. Let's say cover most of the inverse. If your target is a daily candle, then there's two ways. You can either turn that scalp, go break even, and then pray, or you need to have a wider stop. Usually when I would turn that scalp into a daily trade, not a daily trade, but like my final target being the daily, it's where we're very close. If you inverse, you're still very far. Distance between the final target and the closure you're looking for is also extremely important. Same damn unk old as hell. 23, like my uncle. I like that. Getting older, I like that. How do you use the higher time frames to help you? They're basically the core of everything. You can't frame a trade if you're not looking at the higher time frame. So let's say like I'll give you like the easiest example of them all. Okay. This one. When I see a very aggressive candle that is breaking structure on the daily, or an aggressive bar like this, usually the lows, if you were going to treat this chart as a 1-minute chart, I always tell myself, would I buy or sell the next candle? Okay. And here, for me, buying this next bar without seeing this low being taken out is very dangerous with such an aggressive break. So for me, what I would like to do is remain bearish until that low gets taken out. Okay. And we'll treat every shift in market structure to the upside as fake outs. And once they get squeezed, those highs formed within the range are protected, basically, for me. So this is how basically I would use the higher time frame. You could see that happening on the hourly, the 15, any time frames basically. But let's say here my target was this daily low. Okay. So then how I would do it is I would look at the hourly structure, since the daily, basically like if you have a daily target, then your time frame for entries should be the hourly. Okay, should not be the 1 minute. Okay, the structure on the 1 minute doesn't have anything to do with daily targets. So here, let's say we wait, and then it's either there's multiple ways of answering. It's either, price break structure to the downside, you answer on a retest because you have a daily target below you, or like I said, you wait for us to shift above the most recent high, create a shift in market structure, fake out those buyers, and once we start invalidating that shift in market structure, you sell back down towards your final target. Basically, here in this case, we just tap the order block, break in a retest, and left. But let's say this would be an example of how I would frame my trade, or like I would just try to predict where the next daily candle would close or next hourly candle would close, and then hold the same bias for the remaining of the timing that I'm looking for. Basically, say if it's an hourly, then I'm remaining bullish for a whole hour until the next hour closes, basically. So here you can see close, boom. Or I'll give you an example. Another one that I really like is those kind of reversal bars. When I see those, I'm like, okay, the next candle has a pretty big likelihood of closing bullish from that rejection. Okay, so when I see this, I'm remaining bullish for the rest of the day, and I will treat every shift in market structure as fake outs in order to trap sellers and then see some upside. Okay, seeing those market participants being squeezed. If I go to the hourly chart, let's wait and see what's happening. We open up. We go lower first, trapping the sellers here within this range. Okay, creating an inverse. So this is still some sort of pretty big fake out, I would say. So down move, very aggressive, backdoor structure. We push up very aggressively. You can either enter here for the distribution of the daily, or wait again, like I said, for price to dig below internal lows, fake out, trap sellers, and then look for some more upside. So here would be a good entry, wider stop, and something that looks like this. This is for sure a pretty big move. Okay, but time is fractal, meaning that you can find those kind of moves even on a 5-minute chart. But the time frame that you would align your trade with is completely different. Hopefully you understood, but that's pretty much how I anticipate moves to happen. It's mainly looking at the structure, looking at what happened on the previous bar, looking at, okay, who was in control? Where is my next candle going to close? Is there anything below me or above me that could attract price? And once I know, then I remain bullish or bearish for the remaining of the timing that I'm trying to predict. So you see, like right now, like how can I frame it? Let's say on the daily we closed bearish. Okay, we closed bearish on the daily. So currently, I still have some sort of bias where I'm like, okay, there is a divergence between ES and NQ at this high. We closed bearish on the previous bar. If we are starting to trade below 50% of that wick, then I am going to be very interested in shorts, knowing that the previous daily lows is going to be mainly the easiest money trade, easy money trade there. So then I would look at the hourly structure, and if we can get that inverse, potentially sell back here, back towards this daily low. But if I take that daily trade into account, it could end up being a trade that I hold for like 7 hours, which is why I prefer scalping with you guys. And like, if I would be using the daily, I would need to be extremely close to it before taking it. Lagging? Lagging? Why is bro lagging? Some of you guys are lagging and think I am lagging. Kind of traumatized with the lags, won't lie. So you know what? In the meantime, I will go and request my $2,500 payout. That's what I'm gonna do. Request payout. 2.5. Oh shit, I can do it live, actually. You know what, let me do it live. I'm so dumb. You guys see it? Let me pull out the chat here on the left. But I'm gonna request a $2,500 payout. Should have been a 12.5 if my freaking copy trader freaking worked. But yeah. So that was before I got put into a live account. So total payout 68,356. On average 2.5. Number of payouts 27. That's just on sim. So then I'm gonna request a 2.5 right now. Let's see. Request 2.5. That's gonna be number 28. So payout number 28 and potentially, is it 2.5? So I'm gonna be at 70,800 or something. Yeah. Now with the live account, I don't even have it anymore. With the live account, I was able to request like 14K out of it. Like in total, I'm like close to like 90,000. I'm at 90,000 in payouts. But yeah. Wait. Oh, I was muted. My fault. Yeah, so we're still able to request a 2.5K payout here live. Hopefully next time I'll request my payout. It'll be 10. But, you know, we take what the market gives us. You know, there's gonna be some hardships throughout the way, for sure. You know, basically what happened, if I can summarize it, I should have been requesting 12.5 currently. Like currently, I should have been requesting like 12, basically $2,500 per account times 5 today. But unfortunately, when I took my trade, I only took it on one account instead of the 5. So yeah. And then again, like you know, after the action of today, I definitely got slapped with 2 losses right after that. So you know, that's pretty much pretty much rip. But you know, I have a pretty good tolerance for those kind of dumb shit, really. So it is what it is. I'm gonna get back. I don't view it as I just view it as You're gonna have it in 2 weeks, not today. Maybe not in 2 weeks, but it is what it is. Let me borrow $1. How long have you been? My first payout, I think, on Tradeify was August. I think it was August 27th, 2025. So it hasn't even. I think it was 10 months span, basically. In the last 10 months, I made more than 70. 70 on sim, 14 on live, and yeah. Okay, so currently, like, I am trying to grow my Instagram in like a different way that I'm currently doing. Okay, and let me know what you guys think. Okay, um, I wrote a script about like a video type that I wanted to do, and let me know if the script is hard or not. Okay. um, so I would just film myself one on one with the camera, okay, selfie mode, and have like small images above my face. Those are usually the ones that do the best in other like fields, not in the trading space, but in other fields. And let me know what you think. But that's a script that I wrote, and I'll film the video probably. I try to film it before this live, but I couldn't. So the script is, I have a hot take and I don't think most of you are going to like it, but your obsession with risk to reward is the reason you're still unprofitable. If you're a prop firm trader with big goals, you need to hear this. The strategy you're using should be adapted to the rules of the prop firm, not the live environment, because those two are two different games. This concept is called risk of ruin. If you're running a 1 to 3 risk to reward and have a 40% win rate, there is a 98% chance that you will experience a 5 trade losing streak on a series of 100 trades. Someone running a 0.8 risk to reward with a 75% win rate only has 4% chance. Everyone wants to top and bottom tick the market with a small stop, but aesthetic trades don't pay the bills. If you want to survive the tight drawdowns, base hits will change your life. Let me know if that's tough or not, but that's the script that I wrote, and looking to see how those kind of videos will do. But it's like pretty different in terms of format than what I'm usually doing. But just want to give out some value like this, 30 seconds, 50 seconds, and yeah. The thing is, like, reading the script is like, it's freaking like, no, you need to know the script beforehand, you know. Yeah. Okay, so okay, that's a W for you guys. Okay, that's good. That's good. We'll see. We'll see how that video will go. I don't know where to film it to. I don't know if I'm gonna film it here. Wait. I tried to film it upstairs, but it was kind of doo-doo. I'll try both. I'll try here and I'll try upstairs, and I'll see whatever works better. Every time I start being overconfident and screw up, I get reminded why base hits work so well. Hard to agree on that. Yeah, for sure. Email. What email? What email was sent? Copying other accounts? What do you mean? The thing is, yeah, for those scripts, it's so hard to give out value without giving too much explanation, so the person that is watching the video is gonna leave because the video is too long. You know, you got to be straight to the point, but give just enough information so the person understands perfectly and assumes. He has to assume a lot of things. The hedging email. You guys received that? Did everyone receive that? Oh yeah, I didn't. I don't know. Maybe I received it on another email. Wait, let me check on my. Maybe like junk. No. Archive. No. Other. No. I actually did not receive that email. Wait, let me check on my Gmail. No, I actually did not receive that. Is everyone received that, or just people that probably did a hedge in their life? Important update on hedging across accounts. That's the title. Hedging from yesterday? Can someone send me like the full email? So basically what hedging is basically, let's say you have two accounts. You would go long on one and short on the other. You cannot do that. You'd get banned for that. So that's probably what the email was for. Because for sure, like the bigger a prop becomes, the more gamers will be attracted to that, that prop firm basically. Gamers being people that are not necessarily traders and just want to gamify that business model and make money with it. And hedging, you need to be very careful with that because it could be dangerous for your prop. So definitely something to not do. Okay, watch out for that. So don't long an account and short the other, you'll get banned. Some people might think it's an amazing strategy, but I'm telling you, Tradeify do have softwares to know if you're hedging or not. What am I seeing on the chart? Not much. Not much. What do you see right now? I don't see much. We gap down. We currently have this hourly candle that is printing below its opening price, but not giving me too much information. We're still within, that's still pretty big though. 83-point range. Okay, that's not bad. But I would need to see how that first hourly candle closes in order to know where the market will most likely head to for the 7 to 8 p.m. 1 hour. Wait, that's an email on hedging from different firms or active accounts on Tradeify. They can't be from different firms. It's impossible. I love that. Mouse was like, "What do you see?" It's true though. Like, what do you see right now? I actually don't see. There is not enough data, not enough candles that printed for me to give my thoughts. Let's say I could have been like, oh, we have more chance of seeing the previous daily high or the previous daily low, depending on how close we are from those levels and the closures from the previous days. But currently, that was a pretty bad close. This is a market that ended up closing bearish, but opened up, went lower first, then went higher, and then closed here, which means that even if this candle closed bearish, it still has bullish structure. So you got to watch out for that. We're starting to invalidate that bullish structure right here, but you know, wicks do the damage, bodies tell the story. Keep that in mind. We could be going down aggressively currently, but that candle is still not closing, meaning that it's still fluctuating. It could, you know, in the span of 10 minutes, flip right back and close here. You don't know. You don't know what's going to happen. That wick could be gigantic, and you would be caught up just shorting the market, looking at those 1-minute bars, thinking that you could predict the future when you don't even know how that candle will close. If that's your goal to predict, you know, do it. Do it, Dean. But I'm not doing that. Oh, understand. Good. That's more of a gamifying thing. Damn, bro, use your strategy today. Win 3 wins, 0 losses. Easy win. Let's go. You got to teach me your ways, bro, because I was 1 for 3 today. 1 win, 2 losses. Amos, what would you do? What would you be doing if you didn't trade? Trapping. Oh, shit. No, would probably just be if I didn't trade. I think I have a pretty obsessive like personality when it comes down to like working on something. Not really be obsessed to like, I don't know, random things in life, but really if I say I want to do something, I become addicted to it. So I don't know. I think I try to go pro in a sport even at my I started trading at like 18, so it would have been like I would have been trying out the sport with my life. Hi, Ma. Sorry, as you know, you probably get asked this a lot, but how you set the 15 hourly on the 1 minute chart? It's an indicator called ICT HTF candles by Fadi. Do you know if we still have games night tonight? Yes, we do. I don't know what game they're gonna play though. I always ask them to play Rainbow, Fortnite, Valorant, Call of Duty. I think we played Rainbow twice. Was there on both. Pro Boxer maybe. Now you gotta start too early. I'll get my ass whooped from like by someone who's like 14, 15 maybe. I'm telling you. If you've been boxing since you were like 6 years old, like those individual sports, they have such an insane learning curve. It's a non-ending learning curve, really. Like you can always get better. And like if you've been boxing since you were a young kid, you literally have no chance against someone like that. Plus, if he has talent, it's over. The talent plays a huge part in sports. Talent in I think talent means the way that your brain is wired to play sports. So like coordination of between your hands and feet, and you it is definitely, you kind of need to be a genius in a sense, of course. If trading doesn't work, you can start a pressure washing business. My friend makes bank. He does it. Also installs outdoors house lights. I like that, Green. Wanted to play for CF Montreal. Yo, even that, bro, it's so hard. I would not have been able to do that at all. Soccer is very hard. There's level to this shit. What session do you usually trade? How many trades on average do you have per day? I'll have like 1 to 3 trades per day. Usually I'll stop at 2. And the sessions that I live trade Asia session, but my favorite session would be New York session. My favorite chat though is Asia. Since you copy trade, do you have a dollar value profit target per day? Does that have a hard cutoff? Yes, I do. Because I'm trading with Lightning funded accounts, so I try to make like $1,000 to $1,200 per day. Like if I get smoked, I'll lose a decent amount of money. Let's say like if I lose 2 back-to-back trades on the day, I'm down 2 bends easily. So that tells you how much I'm down today. Shoot for the stars, aim for the moon. What's up? What's up? StarCraft. What is that? FIFA player on Xbox. Even that, bro. Hell no. No, I didn't have $600 left. Actually, I had 1,000. Since my biggest day was 1,260, 63. I needed to make an extra 300. So I was like $980 away from requesting the payout. So like 1,000. So I needed to risk. You need to play some League of Legend. Maybe. I don't think I'd be good at that game. StarCraft 2 is a PC game, really fun. You build armies and bases from the ground up. Really fun strategy game. Do they make you earn more for a payout if you make extra? No. You just get a bigger buffer for the next profit target. I'm about to fill out an application for Walmart as an overnight stalker. 10 p.m., 7 a.m., right on time for New York Open. God damn. W Grinder. W Grinder. 10 p.m., 7 a.m. I mean, the thing with night shifts, I've done some. I wouldn't say night shifts, but like ending at like 1 a.m. It's not even night shift, but ending at like 1, 2 a.m. But like being one or two people left at the job. Bro, those kind of jobs, bro, you just think the whole time. You know, you're in your head the whole time. So it could be good in a way where you're gonna be locked in. You're gonna be like, okay, I need to do this, I need to do that. What's your YouTube channel name? Amos PFT. Amos Mexico for life. You will love it. Bro, I might try. I might try League of Legends. Never had a prop account? What are you waiting for? That's literally the #1 business model of the century. Do you have to be a Tradeify customer to win an evaluation? No. No, you don't. You just have to be a loyal viewer. It makes more sense to trade Asia or London and have a job working at 8 a.m. Mm, does it pay more? It usually does pay more, no? To to do those night shifts. Shit. Bro, some comments are fucking crazy here. The only downside with overnight is that you have no human contact. You don't really. You're mostly just you by yourself. So if you can handle that, if you like that, it's good. But I think there is a way for sure that you could be trading like London session or Asia session. Like a lot of people would say that those sessions are not that good, but I'm telling you, if you find the right framework, find the right approach, these are just normal sessions to trade, in my opinion. Of course, it's going to take more time for you to hit the target. Of course, there will be winning streaks, losing streaks. It's going to be the same thing, really, but it's really mainly the speed between your entry and the take profit. That's going to be the difference. But you need to make sure that your edge works during the Asia session. You need to backtest it. Do you think Asia session is the cleanest session to trade? Cleanest? I think New York is, for me, New York is easier. But that's the thing, though. It's like, as a scalper, I think price is very smooth, but it takes more time for you to hit the target, which could be frustrating, could be a little bit more, could give you a little bit more stress. What is the best strategy to get max payouts on 50K Lightning funded when it comes to consistency and payouts? Lower your risk reward. Have a system that gives you 3 to 5 trades a week. Basically, the low risk reward will help you not reach that max loss limit. Okay, if you have a low risk reward, usually naturally you'll have a high win rate. So if you know how to navigate through that, have a good risk management through that also, I think that's the best approach, because there's a 20% consistency rule on the Lightning funded accounts. So if you have a very high risk reward, I don't think it's the best approach. What makes you stop over trading and rushing yourself for payouts? Like I said that yesterday. I still find myself rushing sometimes and being in need of that payout, even if I don't need that money. These are still emotions you will feel no matter where you are, or like how long have you been trading. In my opinion, you will still feel those. The best thing that you can do is make sure that you have rules in place that you never breach, or that you put a daily loss limit, a max profit target, and like I said, those emotions, you will feel them no matter how good you are, because you have rules to obey. When you're trading prop firms, then you have either a consistency rule to not go over, and you have also a profit target. When you have that profit target, naturally you will think about making, let's say, either the maximum amount of money that you could make in a day on the Lightning funded account, which will push you to take more trades for no reason, or let's say you're close to a payout, instead of just trading normally, then you would try to go for that profit target, which, both of those things can trigger psychological problems. So the best thing that you can do in order for you to not reach a point where you will make some terrible mistakes is have a daily loss limit preset within your accounts. Have a max profit target preset within your accounts, which is gonna make you obey those rules, really. But this is the best answer, because I could go on the route where I'll be like, yo, do this, do that, or be disciplined. It's like, we all know this. Everyone knows this. Everyone, like, you will be, it's always ups and downs. You will be very disciplined for a pretty good time, and then at a certain point, you will hit a dip, and then you will come back up. It's normal. You can't be 100% perfect, especially in a game like props, where you know that being over risked has more benefits than being under risked because of the return on investment of those accounts. Then you need to switch your relationship with losing in general, or being close to the profit target and not reaching it, and like blowing the accounts in general. Like, you need to have a solid mental, for sure. But you can't put that too much pressure on yourself on those kind of things, bro. Like, it is gonna happen in the future. Let me tell you this. But the best thing that you can do for sure is preset those rules into your account. Preset those. How did you do today? Hope you're requesting that 12.5. I was just able to request 2.5 out of that 12.5 because one of my trades. So I copy traded those accounts on the short at around 10:13, 10:14 this morning, but copy trader didn't work. So then took losses on the other accounts. So was able to secure a payout on one, then the other ones took a hit. So again, I'll make it back. It's just a question of time. Let me cook. Not that deep. Really not that deep. I have no clue why my copy trader did not work. I actually have no clue. I don't know. I think it was I needed to delete and redo those accounts, but I don't know. Do you think 90% of trading success comes from good trading emotions? Part of it, yes. But it's not only that. It's like, I'll give you an example. Do you think David Goggins would be the best trader in the world? or like a good trader currently? No, because even if he has probably the strongest mental here on this planet and can endure a lot of different hardships and situations, you still need the skill at the end of the day. You still need to understand your strategy and validate that information, know if what you're trading has edge, which a lot of people fail to do. So it's not just psychology. It is a big part also is just raw skill, being a good trader. So like just psychology will not get you nowhere. Martin Shkreli says that charts lie. I don't know about technical analysis, bro. We've seen it. I'm telling you, if you spend enough time, that statement, basically that statement is not true in an environment like prop firms, because you don't even need to generate positive expected value for you to make money. You don't need to generate positive expectancy for you to make money with this business model. You just need to make sure that you spend less than what you're making with the purchase of those accounts. So the only fee that you have to pay are the evaluation fees, not the drawdowns that those accounts give you, which is an edge in and of itself, since you could lose that account 10 times but get one payout and be up a pretty decent amount still, which is what I explained yesterday if you were there. But yeah, you like the prop firms environment, I would say, gives you probably the biggest edge in that way, where technical analysis, even if of course it is big, it is huge, it is a world where the market will change, adapt, it's dynamic. So some strategies will perform extremely well in some conditions, some will definitely not. But you have life on easy mode compared to if you were trading your own money. And that statistically, no one can ever say anything about that. I get upset thinking about the amount of money I put into live accounts and options. I mean, it's all part of the process. When did you start trading though? I would assume it was a long time ago. Have you ever tried trading only IFVGs on the 1 minute without higher time frame context? Oh my god, good luck, my brother. Good luck. If you do that, I'll save you some time. Some terrible things are gonna happen to you if you only trade that. Yo, I'm telling you. You're capping. SVN, you're absolutely lying. 530K. 4 to 5 years ago, and I started trading props 2 months ago. Have had 3 payouts totaling 12K. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, man. There's nothing you can do about it. I think now that let's say you lost some money on options, you now have what it takes to handle the pressure of truly being a trader, you know? I would say there is a big difference between live and and prop firms, for sure. Like when I was with the Tradeify live account, I felt different emotions knowing that I could request a payout after the end of the day. You know, I did. I felt some sort of way compared to, you know, having a profit target. You could think that those prop firm rules are limiting you, or you would be better with a live account. Trust me, you wouldn't. Trust me, trust my words, you wouldn't. You absolutely wouldn't. These are two different levels. The only people that think that are really the people that have like that gambling mentality of, oh, you know what, I only need one trade. I only need like that big monster trade that will make all my losses back, which will never happen. Which when it happens, you probably lost 15 times before. And that big trade will bring you back to BE. We all know how it goes. Yeah, 530K. If it was true, I would be like, damn, you're freaking rich. I would be like, yo, what did you do before you lost that money? I try to, I'd be like, yo, hook me up with your other business. Agreed, it's totally different, yeah. So we saw the first hourly candle close bearish. I would say, you know, usually not the type of candles that I would want to trade. Let's see if we continue that trend from that hourly candle right here from 7 to 8, or if we're truly gonna reverse. If we reverse, I would like that. Let's see, I'll stay patient, but I'm willing to play both scenarios. I remember making 10K in a 50K select funded, then blowing it all the next day. I don't think I've ever done that. No, I did, never that amount, but I was pretty close to decimating like 8K. I took the 4K hit and moved on. What's the worst variance you experienced? Like the back-to-back losing streaks? 4 or 5 trades losing streaks. They happen. They will happen, but I don't mind. Like that's the thing though. It's like I prefer trading something that has a very high frequency, okay? has a high frequency of trades, a low RR, and a high win rate. Okay, meaning that I will get involved in the market a lot, especially with those prop firm accounts. And I would be high risk per trade. Every time I would take a trade, it would be heavy risk, because even though I get to those losing streaks, because high frequency, meaning that you will take mainly 5 trades in a week. One thing that it will give you basically is a bigger R multiple for a lower amount of risk. Okay, so I'll give you an example. Let's say like you have 2 strategies, strategy number 1 and strategy number 2. Strategy number 1 has a 64% win rate, but has 400 trades in a year. Okay, and this one has a 76, so let's say 77% win rate, but only has 120. This strategy is far better, especially for props, than this one. Because you're probably, yes, you're probably gonna blow more accounts with this one because you have a lower win rate, and since there's so many trades in a year, then you'll experience those bigger losing streaks of like 4 or 5 trades back to back, because sometimes it'd be like that. You'll blow the account, but as soon as you get another one, you'll get into that big winning streak of, okay, I'm making 8, 10, 12x my initial investment. Like, I don't know why I was talking about this. Yeah. I prefer getting involved and having just a strategy overall that is more prop firm focused rather than being so patient. A 66% win rate with negative expectancy is bad. Yeah, definitely is. But it's like 66%. Let's say you have like a 0.8 risk to reward. If you have a 66% win rate, the strategy that you're trading is pretty dog shit. No, you don't even need the profit ratio. Why? Like, the truth is, for the exact same amount of money risked per trade, if on both of those strategies you would risk $3,000 per trade, you would make way more money on the strategy with 400 trades. Way more. Can make the count. Far more. No, it's 66% win rate is good. Is insanely good. But you should not have a 66% win rate with a negative risk to reward. Let's say like you have like a 0.7. If you have a 66% win rate, then you're pretty much BE. Most profitable traders in the turtle traders only had 20% win rate. Yeah, because it was Richard Dennis showing his strategy to other people, where that's the thing. It's like those kind of strategies would not perform that well. in props. Need expectancy for us to decide which is better. Like, what do you mean by expectancy? The, what is it? Profit factor? My risk to reward is 1-to-1 and my win rate is 64%. This has been profitable for me. Do you think there is any problem with that? No, absolutely not. Those metrics will change too, like depending on the month and the year and the market conditions. Maybe next year will be, let's say next year will be a very good year for you and you'll have 74. Maybe next year will be 62. You don't know. Can I ask a question? Yeah, ask whatever. You better order that dinner. Yeah, I need to order that dinner. Actually, let me check. Let me check what I can order. Okay. How much bread? Okay, I'm good. All right. Okay, I'm good. But I always order extra. I don't remember the last time I did not order like extra chicken in my life. Everywhere I go, extra. Props keep you in line, and that's good. If you're just starting out, build good habits till you're ready for a live account. I mean, true, but I think there's kind of no point of trading a live if you have access to those prop firms. I can't say that here, but appreciate you, Leo. Yeah, I'll order some trades. Yeah. Yeah. It adds up, though. It adds up. I'm telling you. Maybe that payout will cover like my last month of Uber. No, the last 2 months of Uber. That is better than prop. In my opinion, no. But I see if you have a certain style, I see why you would say that. But I don't agree. There is basically nothing that is stopping you from doing the same kind of having the same kind of results. There is accounts with no consistency in the funded. Like, how is a live account better than this? If you have access to, let's say, 4.5K of drawdown on 5 accounts, I don't see how it would be better. Hamas, if I won the contest here with a code, can I gift this to another person? Yeah, I can do whatever. That's your account. If you won, then is there a way to view the full leaderboard for the TGR Island trading comp? I have no idea, bro. So currently it's 7:20 p.m. We saw the first hourly candle closing bearish. We have a good flush below. Currently seeing that hourly candle being bearish also. If we can start trading back below 29,000, I would say that there is a pretty big likelihood of us seeing 8 p.m. being the catalyst to drive us back down towards the previous daily low. That's usually what ends up happening in a lot of cases when we get very close to those important highs and lows, which are the daily highs and lows. So I'll wait for that, potentially wanting to see a break below 29,000 here and trying to short back down towards that low hanging fruit target. That is my game plan. Currently, I would say there was kind of no way for me to catch that short, even if I wanted. I still like that initial short there, but if we did close around like the 56 here and created a breaker, I would have tried potentially a short back down. But here in one singular bar, we ended up going 50 handles to the downside. So nothing I can really catch here. Yeah, light goal. Let's do how many likes? 204. Let's do 300. At 300 likes, what accounts do you guys want? Let me know. Let me know in the chat what accounts do you guys prefer. If it's a 50K, 100K, 150. Let me know in the chat right now. And we'll do that. 500K Lightning funded account. 100K Lightning. 750K. Everyone who says Lightning is extremely greedy. Now we'll do don't spam, please. Please don't spam. We're not gonna do lightning. We can't. So we're gonna do 150k selects. Why can't we? Bro, I think it's pretty self-explanatory. You don't pass an eval, and immediately like can request 3 bans. I think there was one guy who won 550Ks here on the first Asia stream and ended up requesting 2 payouts with it. So like 30K. Yo, bro, next time I see Brad, I'll let him know. I'll be like, yo, remember the first time we did the Asia session, but that guy, he robbed you for 30K. So like, bro, you know how it goes. 3K is not that bad. But the thing is, like, with those giveaways, you gotta show that you're good, And those selects, bro, they're good. Like, if you can pass the eval, my God. If you pass the eval, it's basically a live account. Like, you're gonna have a pretty big day and then go for flip days. Like, I don't know. For me, the selects, they're great. They're great. I'm trying to pass selects right now, by the way. I am. Is it 4 or 5K? I'm pretty sure it's 5K. So how much do I risk per trade on a 50K evaluation account? Keeping it brutally honest with you, I go extremely heavy on those 50K accounts. I don't remember trading a 50K account since like 2025, but 1,200, 1,500 per trades, mainly. Still haven't received the giveaway. You'll receive it. Don't worry. We have Tony. Can you check? I think I don't know if did you type this morning? I'm pretty sure you typed this morning. But we'll check for the people who did not receive the giveaways. If you had your email in your YouTube description, you should already have the account. If not, should be soon. We do have a game night tonight. So that's my analysis. Daily candle opened up lower. So previous daily candle is bearish, showing me that the sellers took over on that candle at the last 4 hours of that market close. When I saw this, I was like, okay, we did not even sweep the previous daily high. Usually I don't like to trade those inside bar candles because they're just telling me that we accumulated within the previous range, but we could still go for highs and lows within that bar depending on how close we get to them. So here we opened up gap down and we are now seeing very aggressive hourly candles printing towards that previous daily low. So if I see that 7 p.m. 1 hour bar closing bearish, potentially going to try to sell because 8 p.m. is Tokyo open, and we'll try to use this catalyst as a way to tap that previous daily low. That's pretty much my game plan. My game plan is looking for a break plus an inverse of that gap and potentially an immediate straight push down towards 950. If this candle ends up closing back bullish extremely aggressively within the range, the plan is aborted. I will change plans. Where you guys are. I know it's late though, but you guys are missing out on the game nights. You do hell the giveaways there, bro. I think I snitched on some of you guys. Oh, no game night. Oh shit. My fault. Oh shit, I did not even see your messages, Tony. Yeah, I'm so bad with with the chat. Okay, I have the email here. Tony sent it to me. Hi traders, we want to talk to you directly about something that matters for everyone who trades with us. Hedging across accounts. The rule. Tradeify accounts have never allowed hedging across multiple accounts. What that means in plain terms, you can't hold opposing positions that cancel each other out across different accounts. Going long on ES on one account and short on ES on another account is the clearest example. It also applies to correlated assets that move together. Long on ES on one account and short on NQ on another account. Oh shit. Okay. This applies across multiple users as well, not just multiple accounts held by the same person. Coordinating opposing positions with another trader, whether it's a friend, family member, or anyone else to hedge risk between you, is the same violation and will be treated the same way. Why it matters. Here's the why, because we think it's worth understanding rather than just being told. When someone hedges across accounts, they're not really trading, they're exploiting the evaluation. One account is set up to pass while the other absorbs the loss, so the outcome is engineered rather than earned. That shifts risk unto us, but immediately unto every trader who is playing it straight. The reason we can offer accounts at the prices we do is that the vast majority of people trade honestly. Clean trading keeps this system okay. Bro, that email is like so long. Like I have to read like this. Wait. Okay, I put it on a smaller tab. Well, be honest with you, a lot of accounts are still doing this, and we've let some of it slide. That's changing as we get ready to bring more assets onto the platform. We're stepping up enforcement. Violations will lead to account breaches and, in serious or repeated cases, removal from Tradeify. We're not trying to catch anyone out. If you've been doing this without realizing it crossed the line, this is your heads up. And if you're never unsure, if you're ever unsure whether a strategy is okay, just ask our team before you place a trade. Tradeify team. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty much what I told you guys before. Okay. So no hedging. Stop the bullshit and just trade normally, or you'll get banned. I thought most prop firms didn't allow that. No one does, really. I feel like they're giving people ideas. I never thought about it. Shaking my head. I mean, now that they sent you the email, if you do it, you're probably cooked. Damn, so if I'm going the opposite direction as a mouse, I'm fucked, sorry. No, of course not. It's really when it's repeatedly the same kind of transactions and bro, these lame influencers all do this. Got a point, bro. You got a point. Shit. I can't really can't really say anything about it though, but can you please talk more about what? Let me know what you want me to talk more about. It's a yap session at this point. We're waiting for a closure. Currently, we're trading back above the opening price of this hourly candle. The buyers are stepping up heavy. Let's see. Let's see what we can do here. If it pushes back up above 100, for me, I'll go for the gap fill. It's pretty much what I'm gonna do. We have an hourly candle pointing towards that gap here. I'll definitely try to long back towards that gap, using it as an area with low volume and basically a void that needs to get filled. We are currently at 265 likes, chat. So at 300, you guys will lock in 150K select account for the giveaway. So I'll be giving 150K select account. Then once we reach 300, let me think about the second. Okay, we reached 300. Okay, so now let's do 410. 410. Let's do 410, and I'm doing a second 150K select. All right. A second one. Let me check what I can order right now. There's hella delivery fees, bro. Okay, that I can get that. Okay, that could be good. Okay. No. Okay, no, that's good, that's good. I'm gonna order Haitian food. That's huge where I'm from, and I like it a lot. I want to eat that. I'm gonna order that right now. Supersized. Eh? Bro, that shit is so. How much is it? 47. Okay. Amos, you speak some French? Yes. Je parle français, bien sûr. Can teach you some French too if you want. You know? Since I live in the sticks and can't order food, gotta cook tonight. Chicken, Milanese mothered in salad of arugula, shaved parm, and a simple dressing of Evo and lemon juice. I have no clue what some ingredients there are, but definitely sounds gas. Cut that 150K into 3 accounts. That's not a bad idea. Should I do this? I'd be giving away. How many accounts would I be giving away if I do this? That would be a torture for the person who's gonna send you the account. It's gonna be like, bro, that guy is tripping. Mexican, bro. I'm down for Mexican food, but there's nothing close to me that I can order. Or like, I usually always eat at the same spots, because like I don't know who to trust and who I can't trust also. You know? That's very important. I can't do that. Oh my god. Almost almost gave the Uber driver $400 for a tip. Oh my bro. I swear to god, I almost gave him $400. That would have been bad. He would have received a quarter of my payout. A fifth of my payout. Imagine you're just normal day and you receive $400 a tip. Bruh. Someone asked me also if I ever worked a normal job, and of course I did. I worked from since I was 15, and my job when I was younger was I was working at how do you call those in English? Grocery stores. So I was like fruits and vegetables section, and bro, every time I'm telling you, every time I go there, I rarely go to the grocery store. But every time I go to the grocery store, I always give uh 5, 10, $20 to the person who's there. I'm telling you. Where I was like, yeah, man, that's why I was thinking I've seen you somewhere. No, you didn't miss trade. My first job, lifeguard at a municipal pool in a spicy part of northern NJ. 7.25 an hour. Damn. My mom wanted me to be a lifeguard so bad. Did you want to give him 40 bucks and added an extra zero? Well, my order is not even 40 bucks. I gave him 10 bucks. My order is like 26 bucks. Yeah, lifeguard's a good job for sure. But bro, I remember, I don't know why, but my parents really wanted me to like do swimming classes when I was younger, and those swimming classes, I needed to wake up at 7 a.m. on a Sunday morning, bro. Every time I'd wake up, bro, I would want to die. I'm telling you. I was like, no way you make me wake up at this time. I hate this shit. And also, like, the thing is, I think I was like 15 or 16. That's the thing, though. Which, that's kind of dragging me at that point. If you're a kid, that's good, but um, I think I'm not. I think I was 15. Like the last year I did it was 15. Yeah. Bro, take a trade. You just telling your life story. No one cares. I'm waiting for a trade. I'm waiting for a trade. Plus, if you win the giveaway, you're not receiving the account. For being mean. Can always take a paper trade for funsies. I could, but I prefer just trying to pass evals with those trades. Usually, that's mainly what I try to do. Jay. Thank you, Kagi. Thank you, bro. Kagi said, "We care. We care, my guy." Bro, let me cook, bro. Get the hell out of here if you don't like the stream, all right? I'm waiting for the perfect opportunity here. There's going to be potentially an opportunity within the next 5 minutes to answer. So you see exactly the thing that I was saying. Wicks do the damage, bodies tell the story. Here, you see how that wick did the damage? We went down, we were breaking structure. If you were just biased off of the daily low and only saw this as a potential target, then what happened is okay, you were part of the people that got squeezed within that wick creation for that candle to then eventually push up and go and fill that gap. I would have wanted to see us not tap that gap, if possible, not even go in it. That would be the best. And potentially see a pullback to then fill the gap. That would be like, that would be numero uno. They want to copy you, Amos. They want a signal. Spud makes crazy paper chase. Yeah, I saw. Like $15 billion. Are you French by any chance? I speak French, but I'm not French. French is like my main language. You will understand your parents as soon as you have kids by your own. Maybe they just couldn't find a swimming class and another time. Yeah, this time, yeah. That's deep. That's deep. But yeah, I'm still grateful. Like, at the end of the day, even if I did not really like swimming like that, I'm still grateful that I know how to swim, and know how to swim pretty well too. If we do get a pullback like here, bro, I'm stepping it for the full-on gap fill. Are you from Jordan? No, I'm from Algeria. I'm often in a trade, sometimes even opposite of your bias, but love having a group here to chill. Great, relax, and discipline vibes. Let's go. That's really the same, mindset that I have. Really, I think you don't need to be trading the same strategy as me, or just be there for the giveaways. Be there to chill, relax, and if you're trading something completely different, just not being alone is definitely a plus. Even me, like I said that, I was like, I trade PM session. If I don't have any trades or I need to pass evals or this or that, I will actually open up a stream. Literally, I will open up a stream until 3:45 p.m. and then bounce. So my best bud is from Algeria. His name is Soufiane. Right, that is such an Algerian name. I believe you 1,000% with that name. There was no way you could with a U too. Yeah. You're Greek. Damn. That's cool. My last business meeting in Montreal ended around dinner time. CEO said, "Let's get food." Him and the CFO spoke nothing but French to waiter and each other. Crazy food kept coming. $700 bill in 2009. Damn. $700 bill in 2009 is like probably like 2K now. Absolutely. I have a small group that I trade with, and we voice chat back and forth. Takes the boredom out of things 100%. Before I was streaming, I would always hop on a call, and I miss that. I truly miss that. I wish I could. I wish I could do that for a week. Because now I have my own group, but bro, I just used to hop on a call at like 9:30. That shit was just so goated. I'm gonna enter along here, chat. I'm gonna try a long at 16. It's usually YouTube when I open up a random stream. Second like goal. I said 410 for the second like goal, so make sure to hit that. Come on. It's actually not gonna feel me here. Is it actually not gonna feel me here? APM is gonna open very soon too, so it's gonna be Tokyo time for show. It's gonna be our special nowadays. We're always gonna take the trade at 8 p.m. Then run the giveaways and then be Gucci. Pretty sure it's gonna leave without me now, bro. What the helly? Those pullbacks, bro. Might just try this. To be honest, you know what? I'm just gonna keep it here. If it doesn't want to push, then I'll just miss it. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna miss it. Pretty sure I'm gonna miss that gap fill. There's like 95% chance of me missing it. I'll just punch through it. Yeah, exactly. I hope it opens up lower. I hope it does. I have no faith in it open up lower. It will not open up lower at all. There's zero chance of that happening. Gap's already been being filled here. That was the play I really wanted from the jump. Or those pullbacks, bro, they're so small. There's nothing I can do but to enter like a third of my size here and build up a position within the range. Like that's literally the only thing I can do. It's going to sell off again. I don't think so. I think it will fill the entirety of that gap first. We'll go all the way to 165, and then if we start seeing some good aggression, then potentially. That's just a prediction though. But I would say the play from 113 here all the way to that gap fill was pretty much the only play that I saw happening. It's just so hard to enter on those sessions sometimes. It didn't fill me because no, my entry was deeper than this. It was not on a slight retracement. It was like a 114, 113. So just seeing that reaction right here, one thing I would never do currently is trying to reverse the market. I would never do that. I would never try to predict that an hourly candle would sweep the previous candle's range and close back within the range in the opposite side. Those kind of candles, they occur maybe 30, 35% of the time. So one thing I do is fade that reversal mindset. Knowing that, okay, this candle closed in that way, closed bullish, very strong, rejecting that gap here. Let me look for cues that this next candle is going to close in the same direction. It's going to close bullish. It's going to expand in the same way. If you are looking at a 1 minute bar currently, would you, 1 minute chart right here, would you buy or sell the next candle? And depending on the strength that you start seeing above the opening price, there could be very good plays to catch. So let's say here we are rejecting currently after the full on gap fill. If we start digging below the opening price and that candle starts looking bearish, everyone will try to sell. Everyone. So the thing that I like doing when this happens is knowing that the likelihood of this candle closing in this exact way is 30 to 35%, then I'm fading it. So if we can go from having a candle that looks bearish to then reflipping back above the opening price, I will judge that this low is protected and I can put my stop loss here and target the most recent highs above. Okay, so just bullish distribution overall, squeeze within the 1 minute structure, 5 minute structure, and then look for a quick scalp. That's pretty much how I view it. Currently, I would see the next candle expanding to the upside and closing bullish. But yeah, I really wanted to, bro, I was so close. I'm seeing I was so close to being filled, bro. Like, I was extremely close. I was 1 or 2 handles away from being wow. Damn. It is what it is. Hey, Amons, did you have a mentor that taught you trading? No. No mentors. Just your greatest mentor is yourself, in my opinion. Is you in front of the back test, in front of the chart, not the live markets, though. That you in front of a simulated environment, back testing sessions, and just try to predict the next bar. The next bar. Where's it gonna go? Bullish, bearish? Where? Like we can do it together, and you guys will understand that sometimes you overcomplicate stuff before, even without knowing it. Okay. I'll give you an easy example. Okay. Okay, right here. Okay. If this was a 1-minute chart, would you buy or would you sell the next candle? Type buy or type sell. Right here. I want to know if you have the same kind of understanding as me. And once you understand this, then there's multiple trades you can take within that. Sell. Okay, then you guys are already understanding that point. For me, there's a bigger likelihood of us seeing 73, seeing a distribution all the way here. So if we sell, you'd win. Okay, here, I wouldn't touch anything on that one. Okay, I wouldn't try to do anything. Okay, on that one, because why? It did close bearish, but it has a pretty big down wick, still rejecting 55. It's not strong enough. But overall, since it closed bearish, I would still remain bearish for the next hour. Okay, this one closes bearish and strong. When I see those, I really like it. I know, okay, potentially we're going to see a bearish candle closing from such aggressive participants stepping in on the market and actually creating a bearish order block on the higher time frame, on the 1 hour. So then from 2 to 3 p.m., I would only look for sales. So any bullish shifts in market structure are only going to be used as fake outs in order to trap those buyers. Same thing here, closes bearish, I'm short, looking for short. So there, new market opens. This is 6 p.m. open. We just swept the previous day low. So here I would try to short. Usually that's what I like to do. I would try to short, but usually the 6 p.m. candle is not something that I will use. It's more like your Monday candle. It's more of a candle that accumulates. Okay. Okay, right here closes bullish, wicks the high. I wouldn't do anything. I wouldn't try to predict. Right here, very clean, strong, bullish candle that is sweeping the low, closing very strong and aggressive to the upside. For me, I'm framing that the closure of the next bar would be bullish. That's really what I'm saying. I'm framing that the next bar will close bullish. What I'm not framing is this. I'm never framing a short from such structure. Never in my life. Which is, in my opinion, the number one mistake that every trader will make, is always trying to play the reversal within the range, or every time they see a market structure shift, you don't really understand where price is going to go within the next hour, next 15. Here C closes bullish. So same bias here, bullish. I'm not shorting. Bullish. I'm buying. Okay, now I got potentially squeezed within that range. This was a fake out. Okay, so here I would try to sell back towards that gap, that unfilled gap right here. We tap the gap, close strong and bullish. I would be bullish. I would be bullish into that high. Okay, here squeezed. Okay, but there will be times, let's say within your ability to predict a bar on the chart, to understand the bias, there will be potentially 65% of the time you will be able to understand where the next candle will close. But within that 65%, there's so many things that can tell you to stay out, even if you're predicting something, because of the aggression above or below the opening price. So here, bullish, you buy a those on the overnight session when there is no volume anymore. There is no point of actually trying to predict anything. But let's start here, okay? This, what would you do here? Would you buy or would you sell? From this current structure, from who's winning in the market right now. If this was a 1 minute chart, would you buy or sell? You see, I would buy, and that's how I view it. I'm framing the next closure as being bullish, and I'm trying to look to my left. Is there something that needs to get filled? Something that we need to rebalance to? A daily high, London high, Asia high. Is there something? And then, okay, boom. Next candle was bullish. There was definitely a way for me to catch some longs there. Same thing here, bullish. Okay, I'm bullish again. Until we see this. Until we start seeing those candles closing back within the range of the previous one. When I see this, this is the moment where I'll use my unfilled gap scenario where I'll be like, okay, damn, there's an unfilled gap below me. The third candle failed to close above the second candle's high. You see here, we're always strong above the high, but not there. This is more of a candle that is showing me that, okay, there's a pretty big likelihood of us shooting down. Bearish. Goes down. You see? Down. I'm going short. Short. And then this is the open of the new bar. Short. Inside bar, those candles you'll lose. Short. I'm going short right there. I wouldn't touch anything. I'm going short. I'm going short. Okay, I would have lost or missed out on the bias, but you see how many I can predict? I would go short. You see? You can predict a lot of those. Of course, there's going to be few of them that you're not going to be able to catch. Absolutely no. But at least if you can find why you're bullish or why you're bearish and frame the next candle closure, you'll be all right in a lot of cases. You know? So here within this range, for me, I'm framing that the next bar will close bullish. And any shift that happens here that goes back below the open is a trap. And I'm looking for that trap. I'm looking for us to create that low, that protected low, and us starting to bump back above those highs to move up. You know? That's really how I view it. But that's just a framework. Like I said, that's just a framework. That's just a way of thinking. And it is way, way, way deeper than this when you get into like okay, when do I enter? Why do I enter? Why do I skip this one? You know, there's like an infinite learning curve at a certain point. But you see how, like, let's say right now, with let's say the drill that we just did right now, like, you kind of understand that sometimes you look for shorts just purely based on highs and lows being swept on the chart, not necessarily understanding that the buyers were in control right before. And you could easily look for that fake out where you always get trapped into thinking that price will sell off. Instead of you taking it, just wait for your old self to be discouraged and start thinking about leaving that trade and covering your position to then go long. Know what I mean? Why are you anticipating stuff to happen? Let's just chill. and wait for a model to get invalidated so you know there's a squeeze. Know what I mean? Know what I'm saying? Was that good? Type 1 if you like that explanation, or type 2 if you don't care. You're just here for the vibes. What is the best video to learn this? I never saw any videos talking about this, but yeah, exactly that concept. Okay. Currently I have 439 likes. Okay, next like goal. What's the next like goal, chat? Let's do 520. Okay, 520. We're currently 760 people watching. So learning on Chart Academy, his masterclass was great. Thank you, Sean. I still haven't seen the full episode. Yeah, I need to look at the recording. But I definitely locked in on that one. You need someone to edit these clips. You need to hire a clipper. When do you think it will short? I don't know. But like, you see like that distribution right here. This is exactly what I'm talking about. It's like you can expect that to happen. Of course, I would say like this is pretty aggressive, seeing that full-on distribution right now. But of course, it's 8 p.m., so you could expect something like this to happen because of how much volume there is. Trade Academy first half, I loved it, but when you started saying LCC confluences, it was bad for me. At least you liked the first part. How do you figure out how wide to make your stops? It's a good question. You see, like how I framed whatever I just said. You got to be even more framed, more specific about everything that you're doing to know. Okay, you need to have a specific reason to put your stop loss in the area that you do, and that I would say learn it by your own, doing your back test. Go do it on your own. You'll see, but you'll see the weeks that I was not able to catch any good plays, or the weeks where I would get wrecked really were the weeks where every time a 10 a.m. bar would close, like let's say a 9 a.m. candle would close, the next one would just be a sweep and then come back within the range. So let's say like this. Usually when I see such an aggressive bar like this with resting liquidity above, it's just an easy long for me. Usually that's usually the case in a lot of scenarios. I would say mainly 70% of the time, I would say. But look, every time we open, we just stay within that range without closing either below or above that high. And then we're just stuck within the AM session. That is just way too hard to trade. It's like pretty much impossible. If you don't like ICT, it's because you lack the ability to understand the concepts. I just think a lot of people are scared about like the fancy words and stuff and think it's too complicated, when in reality it's absolutely not. It's like all of those things, they're just specific words for you to know exactly the scenario you're referring to. Like, let's say, I'll give you an example. Like, we all have those fancy words of like, oh, what is an order block, a breaker? Like, what is an order block? An order block is just when price goes up, down, up again. Just creates a break of structure. You guys will call it a break of structure. But that last down move before that break to the upside is what we call an order block. But the meaning behind it is really what's important. It's like, what is an order block? An order block should tell you that sellers try to step in here, but then buyers took over. So now those sellers that they clicked on sell are basically being squeezed. They're currently in drawdown. When price is here, if someone here clicked on sell, he's in drawdown. So then if price comes back here and he has the opportunity to leave its position at break even, what is he going to click on? He's going to click on buy. So it's called basically a cover. So an order block is a model for a potential cover. So you could expect that if we are truly bullish, sellers would cover their position here by clicking on buy, and also buyers will also defend their position, which would create an influx of people that are all clicking on the same button at the same time, which is buy. Sellers plus the buyers. That's just a regular break and retest. What is a breaker? It's when the order block failed to work. It's when you have a low, so a high, low, higher high, and then you would expect those sellers to cover their position by clicking on buy to create a new high. Okay, but here what's happening actually was it was a fake out, and then boom, you create what we call the breaker block. So then mainly what this is going to do is that usually you should see that last down move before that move up, that break of structure to the upside, be the support level to generate new lows. Okay, so this is like number one. This is like number one of your understanding order block, and then there's a breaker, and then there's like applying a framework within all of those. So like for me, I use level 3. So like I look for not those. I look for those right here, the breakers, to get invalidated. So like a triple fake out where everyone will just get squeezed within the range. I look for this mainly. So I look for price to create a high, low, higher high, So then if we were truly bullish, we should have held this area to generate new highs. We're breaking it. So then, okay, generating new sellers within the market, sellers should step in here to defend their positions and create new lows. No, double fake outs. Everyone, so buyers got squeezed here, sellers got squeezed here, and then sharp move. Okay, huge covering happening. So that's usually like one of the main entries I'll enter on is like either a longing a shift in market structure like this, predicting that it will create a new high, or waiting for us to see a squeeze within this range. It's like it's pretty let's do the giveaway now. How many likes do we have? But in reality, all the structure that I said on the one is pretty meaningless if you don't understand where price is going. You know, if you don't understand where we want to go, it's like there is nothing you can do. You're always gonna lose. All right, 514. So I said 510. So let's do the first three. Okay, last like goal will be 675. So let's do the first giveaway here. What can I do? Okay, first word. Okay, chat. Let's play that game. Give me some words that you think will be will be used for this giveaway. I owe you guys 3 accounts now. If we get to 600, what did I say? Let's get to 650. 650, I'm doing a 4th account. Okay. Let me know, Tony, when it's ready. All right. First word, payout. So I requested a $2,500 payout live on stream here. Should have been 12.5, but it is what it is. We'll request it next week. All right. I'm not worried about it. You know, I have so much confidence in my approach, my ability to, even if those accounts end up, let's say I end up taking 3 back-to-back losses and those accounts are gone. It would have been unfortunate, but I still paid for those accounts with those with that first payout. So I can say I was B. I always try to be positive no matter what happens to me, you know, not trying to be too attached to the business model. It's easy to let those results control your life, and like fuck up your mood and feel a certain way, but you're gonna live a miserable life if you do that. An absolutely miserable life if you let your trading P&L dictate your mood. So we can select the first winner. You gotta go quicker here. Didn't see the time. Congrats, Super Movine. Congrats, brother. You won 150K select account. Make sure to have your email in your YouTube description. Second. Try to guess the second word. Let me know when it's ready. Okay, grocery store. First job. Let's do six, bro. 650. I'm doing another one, but I'm pretty sure we're not gonna get it. We're at 557. I did not farm the likes enough on the stream. Can select the winner right now. Congrats, Q Mendez. Congrats, Q Mendez. You won 150k select account. Now let's do the last. Let me know when it's ready. Ready, perfect. 650, guys, and I'm doing the last one. So last one is night shift, or if you guys reach 650 likes, it won't be the last one. Okay. Let's select the winner right now. Congrats. Oh my god. He won yesterday too. Diggy Cap. Oh my god, what is this kind of luck? Bro, that luck has to be studied. Holy shit. He won yesterday too. Yeah, now we actually won't be able to beat the rigged allegation. I can't say anything about this, but holy shit. Wow. No, he's not my friend. It's a bot that is selecting it. Like, I have no control over that. But yeah, so appreciate you guys so much. Beautiful session. Unfortunately, didn't take any trades. Was framing the longs. Really wanted to see that gap fill first, and then potentially the most recent high here at 60. But couldn't get involved within that long, which was an amazing trade. But I wanted a deeper pullback. It is what it is. Still requested $2,500, a $2,500 payout on stream. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I see you guys tomorrow, the same exact time. Peace out.